I'm Jessica.
I'm Zoe.
I'm Sabrina.
And I'm Kylie.
And we are doing a project on how we understand relationships from Chapter 10.
The relationship we chose was the friendship between SpongeBob and Patrick from SpongeBob SquarePants. Our purpose is to show you guys and explain the friendship between both the characters and how what we learned from Chapter 10 go hand in hand with each other.
So in every relationship, there's different types of intimacy. For SpongeBob and Patrick, we decided to look at the aesthetic and intellectual intimacy that they both portray.
We define aesthetic intimacy as two people being able to share activities with each other. And one thing that SpongeBob and Patrick do with each other a lot is they tend to jellyfish, so they like to go to jellyfish fields, and that's an activity that brings them a lot of enjoyment and shows their aesthetic intimacy.
And then another type of some more hobbies. Basically, they like to blow bubbles. They like to annoy Squidward, and they have childlike personality traits that they both share and they use to interact with each other.
Intellectual intimacy are two people who come together to share ideas and thoughts that they are comfortable with doing so. Here's a clip that shows that.
It's all new, high-based cannon. A whole new way to have a blast. Ready? Aim. Launch. And block. High-based cannon. New from Hasbro Gaming. Adult facility and supervision required. Premium not included. Additional purchase required.
This is gonna be great!
Young man, why don't you stand up and introduce yourself?
Who's the fat kid talking to?
You, Patrick, she's the teacher.
Oh!
Come on now, tell the class your name. Don't be nervous. We just want to know your name.
24!
Oh, great. Another genius.
Yeah. Why are they laughing?
I guess it's just in the timing.
Oh.
Today's first lesson will be on turning.
24.
Hey, Patrick.
What?
I thought of something funnier than 24.
Let me hear it.
25.
That's enough.
At the intersection of conch and coral.
That's where I am. He's right on top of me, but I can't see him. What's he doing?
He's just standing there. Menacingly! That's his maniac shriek! He's going to attack! He's acting all crazy! Run! Hide behind that building! No! He's behind that building! Oh, quick! Hide behind that street sign! No, wait! The maniac just went behind that sign! Oh, quick! Get under the street light! No, wait! Now he's there too! Run, Pointer! Run!
Say again, Deputy?
The maniac's in the mailbox!
So in the video that you just saw, the first half of the video shows SpongeBob and Patrick going to boating school together. The video starts off with Mrs. Puff asking Patrick to introduce himself, but Patrick messes up and panics and says 24. When he sits back down, SpongeBob and Patrick are able to joke around about 24 and figuring out what's funnier than 24 being 25, and this just shows the intellectual intimacy that they both share and how they're able to come up with different thoughts and ideas and joke around about it. In the second part of the video clip that we showed, it shows SpongeBob and Patrick teaming together to try to catch the maniac, and it's just a great example of how they work together and communicate with one another in all their adventures. So it's a good example of their intellectual intimacy.
And then two impacts of intimacy that were like in the relationship of SpongeBob and Patrick that we used in this presentation are disclosure and attraction.
Disclosure is deliberately revealing information about oneself. High disclosure is being comfortable with sharing information about yourself that other people probably wouldn't do. And low disclosure is not feeling comfortable sharing certain things about yourself. Here is a clip that shows both.
Oh, SpongeBob, if only you could see inside my secret box, it would change your life. Play again, SpongeBob. Gosh. Tell me some more secrets.
Okay. Oh yeah? Well, I got plenty of secret stuff too. I've got my secret socks on.
Whatever's inside, you know why it has to be secret. Inside this very box is the most secret-y secret in all of So, it's come to...
Oh, I know it's your secret. I promise to respect that. Oh, please forgive me, Patrick. Please.
Well, I guess
And it's full of diamonds. Or maybe Patrick's a deranged maniac who keeps his victims' severed heads in a box. Or even worse, maybe it's an embarrassing snapshot of me, Bubba.
So as you saw, high disclosure, an example of high disclosure from this would be SpongeBob telling all of his secrets to Patrick. Also, him finding it hard to find a secret that Patrick doesn't already know, such as his secret socks. An example of low disclosure would be Patrick not being comfortable with sharing what was inside his box to SpongeBob.
Another impact of intimacy that we decided to look at is attraction. Attraction, as we define it, is the mutual interest between two people that leads to the development of a platonic and or romantic relationship. This can be shown through relationship-oriented or task-oriented interactions. Relationship-oriented interactions are more of your emotional support. In this photo right here, you can see that SpongeBob and Patrick are able to hug each other and cry over things, and they are also able to laugh and share jokes, as we saw in our first video. Task-oriented interactions are your shared activities. As we stated earlier in our previous slides, the shared activities would be the jellyfishing, the blowing bubbles, in the videos that you've seen, them looking for the maniac, or them going to boating school. And this is our works cited page where we listed all the pictures and videos that we used in this presentation. The end.